Today, from CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington, it's Week 12 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks taking on Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Seattle Seahawks. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Seattle's first go on offense forthcoming, and under center, of course, Russell Wilson.
I love just about everything about him. Love his game, love his makeup, love his moxie. One of my favorite words. This guy's a competitor. Gritty, tough, you name it, he's got it. But he did throw an interception in last week's game. That contributed to a loss. And despite the fact he threw 3 touchdown passes, he's going to be out there redoubling his efforts and trying to play better.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Wilson's pass.
Demarcus Robinson, the intended target on that one. But it'll be second down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Throwing again. Wilson. The catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 39.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's second down.
A gain of a yard.
The numbers on the ground for Carson last week. 15 carries, 59 yards.
Well, watching the film, we saw that things clicked pretty well for them in the running game last week. No reason to change in my mind. Continue to try and run the football, give it to them early and often in hopes of breaking down the defense so some bigger gains result as the game goes on.
And 4.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson able to get this to Gordon. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Only 2 yards, and it'll be a punt on their opening possession.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Tampa Bay coming out along with a man who needs no introduction, the great Tom Brady.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, Accentuate the Positive, because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air, receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Loss of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Brady now to throw. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. It's a gain of 6, but not enough, as he'll be forced to punt on their first drive of the game.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was. the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up fourth down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3-and-out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
On 2nd down, it's Carson. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
On the carry.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. On 3rd down, Wilson being chased out left. And they will rally and stop him short of the 1st down. They get him to the ground at the 26. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
I liked his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the 1st down. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5. Meanwhile, down in Santa Clara, and it's the NFC champs, the Falcons, that have moved out to an early advantage. Matt Ryan, an early touchdown pass in that one. They'll start out on the ground with Jones, and he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. The numbers on the ground for Jones last week. 16 carries, 90 yards, and a touchdown.
And when he went over 1,000 yards last week, you know what it did for their offense? It gave them a true identity because everyone's going to talk about this. The offensive line's going to take pride in it. Of course, the guy carrying the football will. But how about the coaching staff? When they go in and talk contracts, when they talk to reporters, hey, we had a 1,000-yard rusher this year. That means something in today's NFL.
On 1st down, Jones. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with an idea. Slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
12 more yards there and another 1st down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
That's complete to his receiver, Godwin.
Brady's pass.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Seahawks.
Brady gives this one off to Jones. And he's going to get this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 16. We're scoreless after 1.
No score.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he is going to have a Bucs 1st down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. Give them the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun is Jones. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up
on 3rd down. Here's Jones. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there.
And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. And the Seahawks have recovered. And they're not able to convert on 4th down. And hindsight 2020, I think they probably should have gone for the field goal, right?
The 3 points would look really good right now, but I think what we just saw there, analytics really starting to creep into the game because more and more teams are saying the more you go for it, the better your odds of getting it, the better your odds of scoring 6 points instead of 3. They took a chance there. It just didn't pay off.
Yeah, right here, the anti-analytics guys go thumbs up. The throw here going to be complete to Gordon. And he'll go out of bounds just shy of the 20. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Oh, they'll try the sweep. It's Lockett with it. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
More yards. And that's good for another Seahawks. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Carson. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
Off to Chris Carson.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up. Found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
39-yard line.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And down he goes. A coverage sack. Took too long to get rid of it. The sack by the Super Bowl champion and Pro Bowler Jason Pierre-Paul. And, partner, it's safe to say that the secondary really contributed to that sack.
Yeah, nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They covered everything. Nowhere to go with the football. But my question is, why didn't he throw it away?
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return. Back now comes Tampa Bay, and they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
It's a gain of 4. And it's 3rd
from the shotgun to give to Jones. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
He's tackled.
He needed a yard. That's exactly what he got. Earns him a new set of downs.
The Buccaneer first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now they'll throw with Brady. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down. To throw again on 2nd down. Brady. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 44-yard line. 16 yards, a first down. He'll find Jones again. Complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Brady. That's complete to his running back, Evans. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. It's caught. Jones. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Into the red zone, it's Brady. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Carlos Dunlap able to record his 5th sack of the season.
If you rank one from the bottom in statistics, that's usually not good in this league. And this team, one from the bottom in sacks, but somehow they got 3 in this game. What's going on?
I know, they're 31 and 32. They better be careful, or they're going to be top 30 in the league. So we've reached halftime. All we have to show for the first half, a lone field goal. 3-0 our score. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Brandon, bye weeks, they're over. We've once again got a full slate of games to get to as we take you around the NFL here in Week 12. We'll begin out west at Levi Stadium in Santa Clara, and that one finds the Falcons out in front. Russell Gage, a touchdown reception. From there, we're off to check out another game, and they were losers in that one to the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. 17-3, the final score. Lastly, let's get you to Charlotte, North Carolina. Check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And they were winners in that one over the visiting New York Giants. 24-10 was your final. In the game you're watching, it's who else? Tom Brady with a strong first half. His guys lead, though by only a field goal. Still anybody's game. As we send it back to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. And he returns this to the 22.
Take over 1st and 10. At their own 22-yard
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. That throw by Brady incomplete.
That's a tough spot for a running back coming out of the backfield because you know he's got to look for the football, knowing full well he's got a man coming his way, full steam, and he broke that one up.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
1st down, Buccaneers.
This is Jones. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now Brady.
40-yard line.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Good go.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Carlos Dunlap in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
That would be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the 3rd quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. 36 yards on the punt with no return, and it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. But the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. So here are the Bucs to take over on offense. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. Jones with a nice gain there on first down as he takes us forward and call it a pickup of 6. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll go again to Jones.
Ronald Jones, the ball carrier.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Jordan Phillips able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And that's his 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
So a change of possession here on the punt.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jack.
Oh, wide open, complete. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. It's a big play there for Seattle. 62 yards. Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Josh Gordon, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
And he'll bang that one through. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Jones.
Ronald Jones, the ball carrier.
Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
To throw, it's Brady. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. It's the veteran K.J. Wright, the disruptive force.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Was 3rd down. You're in a tight game in the loudest stadium in the NFL, and it's enough to rattle even the most seasoned of quarterbacks. And here, it looks like he's not quite on the same page as his receiver. This will wind up a turnover.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Tackled back at the 35-yard line.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And not much running room. Down to the 32. 3 yards on the pickup there, and they've got it back to 3rd and 10.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd.
Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Jason Myers on for the field goal, a 44-yard attempt.
Myers' kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3.
10. Buccaneers 3.
From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
1st and 10.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there at 22. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 16 more on that one and another 1st down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski. Complete. 10 more there and another 1st down.
It's a gain of 10. And a Buccaneer 1st down.
Again, it's Brady. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Brady. Gronkowski the intended target. And it's 3rd down.
Incomplete. It's 3rd down. And less than a
They'll run it with Jones. And he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? 2nd down and goal. Brady, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away. Flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
Brady now on 3rd and goal. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Antonio Brown, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Ryan Suckup on for the point after. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs.
Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Carson to begin the drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
Well, Mark, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, This intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They get 17 on that one. Move the chains. First down, Seahawks.
48-yard line.
From the gun, it's Wilson. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the Buccaneers 39-yard.
Now it's Carson. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
Seahawks.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. That'll be complete to Cook. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Another Seahawks.
Here's Carson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Chris Carson.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
At the line of scrimmage.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. They run again with Carson. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are going to take the lead.
And that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off now. On the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced a 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
And his kick is right through. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it was all capped off by the Chris Carson touchdown run. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
So here's Brady and the Bucs, trailing 17-10, a minute 52 to play. Their 5-game winning streak hanging in the balance here. Now Brady. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football.
Brady's pass.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
It's 2nd and inches.
Back to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
Ronald Jones.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Brady to throw. A dump underneath to Jones. And he's taken down inside the 30. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. Back to throw, Brady. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he will bring this all the way up to the 30-yard line.
Brady's pass.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who have had the receivers on lockdown.
Out comes Chris Carson in the Seattle offense. And after a sluggish start, he's really bounced back. The numbers bear that out.
And you're a baseball guy, partner. How many at-bats over the course of a baseball season?
Oh, boy, 4 in a game.
Yeah, about 4 in a game.
4 times 162.
350 or so, right? Sometimes it takes a while for a guy to get going. That's my point. It's not the first few carries. You don't worry about that. As they go along, get that guy lathered up, get those blocking assignments down. Those 2-yard gains turn into bigger gains as the game moves along.
So the victory here for Seattle, and it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises, really both sides did, but they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for the Seahawks, their playoff chances taken.